Hey, it's Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. I got a message that I want to pass on. As I've been doing my work this morning, I've had real clarity of thinking, and I want to pass this on because I think it will be good for all of us. It's called, I'm going to title this Gaining an Edge. I've made it my business to always make sure that I have a little bit of an edge over my adversary. Sometimes my adversary can be the weather. So my edge over the weather can be a warm coat, right? It gives me an edge. And it goes on. I mean, all the way to, if you're going to get in a gunfight, you want the sun at your back, and you want the sun in your adversary's eyes. It comes from a movie, Outlaw Josey Wales, Clint Eastwood, big Clint Eastwood fan. So anyway, I'm in the farming business, and I'm always looking to gain an edge, right? Because I want to gain on it. I don't want it gaining on me. There's several things that I do that give me an edge. But the one that I want to talk about right now, today, is the Mangalitsa pig. Because it's given me the biggest edge. And I think it's got real promise. Oh, I know it has real promise, because we wouldn't be where we are right now without this pig. All right, today the Trees Incorporated man came and dumped a whole bunch of chewed up branches. They're trimming the power lines, and they were trimming oak trees. So I got all this chewed up oak branches, all the acorns are still on there, and they dumped me 2 loads. It's got to be at least 40 yards. And I can pick up a half a yard with my tractor here, bring it down and dump it. And that's what I did. And this is what made me start thinking about gaining an edge. All right, all that stuff was dumped here, and it's free feed. What an edge. Now, if I did it with pink pigs, they wouldn't be as interested in it. They just don't like this type of thing. These pigs actually go after stuff like this. Like, they like the bark on trees. They like to get down in the dirt and see what they can find. They just really like that. Pink pigs, not so much. Pink pigs don't do good outside either because they get sunburned, and they got to have heat in the wintertime. So this pig is giving me an edge, right? What's your edge? All right, your edge, I think one of them is me, because I'm willing to pass on information to you. I'm willing to pass on these pigs to you, breeding stock, feeders. Now, why would I do that? I would do that because that will give me an edge, right? And here's how. I'm looking into the future. A lot of times to gain an edge, you do have to look into the future, because by the time, everybody realizes that it's no longer an edge. It's like pet rocks now. You can't sell them. I tried. People don't want to buy pet rocks anymore. But if you were in on the ground floor on that, you would have done good. This pig, if I feed it correctly and raise it properly, is worth about $4.50 hanging on the rail, which is not bad. I can sell them all day long at that price, right? And you do pretty well with them. But then if you take that pig and you turn it into charcuterie, like a pancetta, a prosciutto, copa, loma, lardo, any of those products, then you're talking about an average, and I think I'm being really fair here, of $25 a pound. That's a serious edge. But in order to take advantage of that edge, you have to know how to do that process, right? And over the last few years, my little sabbatical from farming with the state, I've learned how to do that. We've had to kill pigs off, and we don't have the refrigeration space at the time, so we had to do what the pioneers did and figure out how to preserve the meat. Voila, that's charcuterie. That is the discipline of charcuterie. I think we've got it figured out. So that's my edge. That is my edge, but it's also your edge. Why? Because there's way more people that want charcuterie products than there are charcuterie products, right? Now there's some stuff like Oscar Mayer that is actually charcuterie, but it's not really what people will pay for, for what it's worth. And so I don't want to go that direction with this pig. I want to go to a better grade of charcuterie, and even a middle grade of charcuterie is going to be an excellent product, and it already is. We sell it hand over fist. But I'm looking down the road here and I'm thinking, we're not going to have enough pigs because we don't have enough producers. And so here's what I want to do. I want to get more of these pigs into the public's hands, breeding stock especially, and then maintain a relationship with the people that get them. Now you can sell them wherever you want, but I can see a day shortly where I'm going to be the one knocking on your door to buy the pigs back after they're fed out. I can't guarantee that right now, but we are working on a charcuterie facility and a product line, and it's doing really well. It's called theperfectpig.net. If you haven't looked at it, I would recommend that you go and look at that. But if you'd like to be a part of the perfectpig.net family, contact us. And I would prefer that it's somebody that's in the farming business and knows a little bit about what they're doing. But that's not absolutely necessary. If you want to change careers or something like that, that's what I did. I wasn't born a farmer, and you don't need to be. And that's what our program, Anyone Can Farm, is all about. Is you can do this if you want to do this. If you don't want to do it, you probably don't want to do it. But it's just like jumping out of airplanes. If you don't want to do it, it's probably not a good idea that you do. So that's it. And we can give you a real edge if you are going to get into the farming business or want to stay in the farming business. So, okay, and then I got a shout out to the chefs. All right, the reason why you can gain an edge with this product is because not everybody has it. All right, pink pigs, you can pick them up all day long, cheap. And if I was a farmer, I would not get into raising pink pigs because you're going to get beat out by the guy that has an advantage with financial institutions or whatever. So I would not get into that. But I can give you an example of a chef that has an edge, that's gained an edge. His name's Eric Patterson. He's actually in Traverse City, and he's actually one of the chefs that's in that perfectpig.net short video that's there. If you haven't seen it, check it out. And he runs an outfit called the Cook's House. And I've eaten there several times, and their food it's out of this world. He's the best in Traverse City, and there's no doubt about that. Everybody knows that. But he's got an edge because he's the only one in Traverse City that can get my pigs. Why? Because during our struggle with the state, he stood by my side. And so I will sell my pigs to him now. And I want to pay him back by giving him the edge of being the only restaurant in Traverse City that can get Baker's Green Acres Mangalitsa. So, this is Mark from Baker's Green Acres. Anyone can farm. Time for you to get an edge.